So hey guys, how are you all? I hope you all are safe and are doing great at home. Welcome back to my channel Young Tutor, and guys, in my today's video we'll be covering few questions on the basis of cube and cube roots, square and square roots and quadrilate roots. This worksheet is just a combination of few questions which have been taken from internet. You can easily get access from the internet, but I'll be discussing a few major questions which are very important, and we'll be discussing the answers as well. So before I start, please grab your notebooks so that you can understand and solve with me side by side. Now, we have to find the value of x, y, and z. The figure which is given to us is this. Now, we all know that opposite angles are equal. So, if angle P is 100, then angle x will always also be 100. Let me write opposite. Let me just increase the font of this. We know that opposite angles are always equal, so sorry for the spelling, are always equal. That means that angle P is equals to angle R, which is 100 degrees, so that means our angle X becomes 100 degrees. So we have found the value of X. We know that the value of X plus Z will be 180 degree. The value of x plus z will be 180 degree. Why 180 degree? Because it is forming a supplementary. And adjacent angles are always supplementary. That means 180 degree. I repeat, adjacent angles are always supplementary or 180 degrees. So the value of z comes out to be 80 degrees. We know that x plus y, that z plus y, we know z plus y are forming a linear pair. When I'm using the word linear pair means that the sum will always be 180 degrees. So if the value of z is 80 degrees, the value of y automatically becomes 100 degrees. If you want to take a screenshot, you can take a screenshot. Moving on with the next question which we have here is, find the value of x and length of the following figure. Now we have to first of all find the value of x and the length of the figure. We know this is a rectangle. And we even know a property of rectangle, that this side is equals to this side and this side is always equals to the opposite side. That means opposite sides are parallel and opposite sides are equal. So this is a property which we are going to use. That means we're going to use the property 3x plus 18 equals to 5x. You need to know some portion of the linear equations here as well. So we can say 3x plus 18 is 5x because opposite angles are always equal. So 3x plus 18 equals to 5x. So what we can do is we can take 5x and this will be transposed. This is plus, this will be minus. Minus 3x equals to 18. Okay, moving on, this becomes 2x equals to 18 and the value of x comes out to be 9. We also need to find the value of side. So if we say 5x, if we have to take 5x, so 5x, the side of 5x will always be equal to 3x plus 18. So to simplify the equation, we can find the value of 5x only. So the value of x is 9, and if we do 5 into 9, that comes out to be 45. So we can say the length of one side of the rectangle or two sides of a rectangle is 45. Moving on with the next question which we have here is, in the given figure, its sides and Yeah, so the question says in the given rhombus, find its sides and length of diagonals. If length of OD and OC are 4 centimeters and 3 centimeters. So what do we have to do? We have to find the sides and the lengths of diagonals. We have to find the sides and the length of diagonals. If OD and OC are given, OD becomes 4 centimeters. OD becomes 4 centimeter and OC becomes 3 centimeter, and OC becomes 3 centimeter. So let us find OD. OD here becomes 4 centimeter and OC here becomes 3 centimeters, and OC here becomes 3 centimeters.
And OC here becomes 3 centimeters.
Okay, so now, yeah, so in a rhombus, I have to draw again. OD over here becomes 4 centimeter and OC over here becomes 3 centimeters. Now we have to find the remaining diagonals, and we also have to, we only have to find the diagonals. Now, we know that this diagonal will be equals to this and this will be equals to this. So what will be the side of the remaining diagonals? That means AO, that means AO becomes 3 centimeters. AO becomes 3 centimeters, and this we have OB becomes 4 centimeters. OB becomes 4 centimeters. Now you all might be confused. Why? Because if I actually change the side of this, we have the diagonals here. We know this diagonal is equals to this diagonal and this diagonal is equals to this diagonal. So if this side is 3 centimeter, this whole side will also be 3 centimeter. If I want to find the side whole diagonal, then I will do 3 plus 3, which comes out to be 6, which comes out to be 6. And here we have 4. Then that means that this is also going to be 4. That means 4 plus 4 comes out to be 8. Comes out to be 8. Okay, so you need to know the what do we say, qualities. You need to know the properties of each quadrilateral. Now find Pythagoras triplet of the following if one of its member is. Now first what you have to check is that whether all the units are in even. Yes, if they are, you can use the formula 2m. You know, to always find the Pythagoras triplet, there is one method, which is 2m m square plus 1, m square plus 1, and we have m square minus 1. So over here, if one member, always remember, if one member is there, we can use the method of 2m as well. So that means 2m equals to 18. Then the value of m becomes 9. Then the value of m becomes 9. Okay, like this you have to find the formula. You can refer the rest of this, and you can see over here from this that you can so our one member becomes 9. So the value of m becomes 9. So if we use m square plus 1, that means 9 into 9, 81 plus 1 becomes 82. Becomes 82. And if we do m square minus 1, that becomes 81 minus 1, that becomes 80. So these are our triplets, which is 18, 82, and 80. With this formula, you can find the rest of this as well using 2m, m square plus 1 and m square minus 1. Okay, and m square minus 1. Moving on with the next question, which we have is find the value of the largest angle in the given figure. So how many sided polygon is this? So first we have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a 5-sided polygon. So whenever we have a 5-sided polygon, the sum of the interior angles is 540. You can use the formula. You can use the formula n minus 2 into 180 degrees. Okay. So the sum of the interior angles is 540. Okay. Now what we have to do is we have the value x common. So what we can do, we can add all these 33 plus 140 plus x plus 75 plus 2x is equals to 540 is equals to 540. Now you have to evaluate, and you have to evaluate. I'm giving you some time. If you want, you can pause and you can evaluate this. Yeah, so in this question, I'm not going to solve the whole part. I'm going to give you a bit clue, and rest of this you're going to solve, and you're going to let me know in the comment box below. Okay, so we have done 33 plus 140 plus x plus 75 plus 2x, which comes out to be 540, Now when we add this, we will get 248, we will get 248 plus 4x, and the sum will remain 540. The sum will always remain 540. That means 4x equals to 540 becomes, it transposes 540 minus 248. That becomes 4x equals to 292, and you can then do x. You can find out the value of x by 292 divided by 4, and the value of x becomes 73. So I have taken out the value for x for you, and you have to find the rest of this question and let me know in the comment box below. Moving on with the next question, which we have, find the cube root of minus 5 1 by 2 upon 1000. So we know the cube root of 512 is 8, and when minus sign is given, that becomes minus 8 upon 10, because we have to find the cube root of 1000 as well, and the cube root of 1000 is 10. So that simply becomes, if we are writing minus 5 1 by 2 divided by 1000, that becomes minus 8 divided by 10. Oh, sorry, it's minus, yeah. So, and that becomes minus 0.8, minus 0.8. Okay, that becomes minus 0.8. Moving on, find the cube root of 3 4 6 7 8 by the estimation method. You know the estimation method. You have to start making pairs. First pair will be our first pair will be 678, second pair will be 34, so you need to see the units place, and with the units place we will have 2, because the cube of 2 is 8, and we have 8 here in the cube. And now we have to find that whether which cube matches here, which number the cube matches here. Kiska cube idhar match karta hai? Like, let us go with 1. No, 1 cannot, 2 cannot, 3 cannot, 4 can also not. 1 ka, so basically it lies between 3 ka it's 27, and 4 ka it's 64. 4 ka it's 64, and we always have to go for the smaller number, so we will go for the 3 one, and our answer becomes 32. Short, crisp, and clear. Now you have to find the cube root of 0.0000144. 0.0000144. So so first of all, what we're going to do is 144. is the end of my screen. And how many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we have 7 zeros. Here we have 7 zeros. Moving on, if you have to find the cube of this, cube root of this, these 2 zeros cut, and then what we have here becomes 12. That becomes 12 by 5 zeros. 12 by 5 zeros. Okay, now you can evaluate in decimals. Let me know this answer as well in the comment box below. Find the value of 0.1 and its cube of 0.2 multiplied by the cube of 0.2. Now the value of 0.1, that means 1 upon 100, 1 upon 100 into the cube of 0.2, that becomes 8 upon 1000. 8 upon 1000. That becomes 8 upon how many zeros? 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we have 5 zeros and you can write it in decimal form. You can do the question number 11 as homework. Do let me know the answer in the comment box below. So in total, I have given you 3 questions to be given in the comment box below. If you did like this video quite great, you are satisfied with it and you found this video quite interactive, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel, Young Tutor, and this is the Young Tutor taking a leave. Goodbye.